This is John Cola with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you. Now, I'm not doing a juice off or anything like that. This is much more exciting to me. I'm doing a field trip and I'm on location at the 60,000 square foot warehouse of Omega. And you can see the FedEx truck is behind me. They're picking up the juices that are going to get shipped out to you guys. But the reason why we're here today is because I have had some reports that Omega, while they sell the juices, you get them fine. They don't have parts to service you after the sale. So we're here today to learn if they have parts in stock to service you guys after the sale with the warranty. Now, Omega juicers have some of the longest warranties in the juicer industry. Some of the juicers have a 15-year warranty, and many of them actually have a 10-year warranty. So I like that a lot because it's important to me that you buy a juicer that you're gonna be able to use for a long time, because for me, a juicer is an investment, and it's an investment in the most important thing you got, which is your health. Not all the money in the bank. Your health is the most important thing, because if you don't have your health, you can't enjoy the money in the bank, right? So anyways, it's good and dandy that they have hundreds and thousands of different juicers in stock here to ship to you guys, but what about the parts? What about support after the sale? So I'm gonna wander around the warehouse to see if I can find the parts and see if they have sufficient quantity of the parts in stock to ship to you guys if you do have any challenges with your Omega juicer. So as you can see, I'm here in the Omega warehouse, and on both sides of me, there's just juicers, and more juicers. They definitely have sufficient stock of juicers to get out to you guys. But the question today is, what about the parts? I mean, say you already bought your juicer or are considering buying a juicer from Omega. There have been some reports that it can be hard to get parts for the Omega juicer. So I'm here getting a behind the scenes tour of the Omega warehouse to show you guys all the different juicers that they have in stock. But what about the parts? So I'm gonna continue to wander around this warehouse and see if I can find the parts department, because man, this place is huge. So now I'm wandering through the Omega warehouse, and you can see all these juicers. I think this is the Omega Vert 350 right here, and they got the 8006, and they got the 8005, 8004s. But I know many of you guys have had some challenges with the parts. There may have been some reviews online that said they have some challenges with keeping parts in stock and with this kind of stuff. And I want to let you guys know that I'm here at the warehouse checking this out for you guys. And I don't know any other retailer that does this or even makes videos inside the Omega warehouse to show you guys that they do have the parts. One of the biggest parts that has been an issue in the past were these guys. And as you can see, here's a little bin here. There's the bin behind. And as you can see, here's another tote here, and there's just boxes and boxes up on the rafters here of these screens. Now this is the Omega screen for the Omega 8003, 8004, 8005, and 8006. And this is included in the warranty of the machine, whether the machine is a 8003 or 8005, which has a 10-year warranty, or the 8004 and 8006, which has the 15-year warranty, the longest warranty in the industry. This screen is covered, provided it's due to, defects. If it's due to, misuse, mishandling, dropping, or whatever, it's not going to be covered. So this screen had a tendency to break in higher than normal amounts, and what they found out was that the factory that was manufacturing the screens was using recycled plastic. When plastic comes out of the injection mold, there's little scrap pieces. They'd actually remelt those and remake the plastic screens like this. And recycling is good and all, and I'm all for recycling, except for when it's for the juicing screen, because this plastic needs to be very durable and strong. And while recycled plastic may be great for a plastic Coke bottle or a garbage can, it's not good for a juicing screen. So what they did was they did get that worked out. This is all now virgin plastic, nice, hard and strong, covered under the warranty. And Omega has, from what I hear, I mean, there's at least several hundred pieces here, but I heard they have like 10,000 of these in stock, so they're not going to run out anytime soon. And while we're in the parts department, let's take a look at some other cool parts that you may want to get, or that they definitely have in stock in case you need them. Besides the Omega 8000 series juicing screen, they have the standard blank cone. Now this blank cone doesn't break too much, and I like to use this to make the nut butters and the banana sorbets. In addition, they have like the standard augers for the Omega 8000 series, and this is the auger here for the 8003. As you can see, it's a different in color. One of the things I like is the auger for the 8004 and 8006 is the black color, so this tends not to stain. Also, this is 8 times harder plastic. This one is the standard auger that comes on the 8003 and 8005, and it's the white, and it does tend to stain. If you do have the 8003 or 8005 auger, you can buy the upgraded auger to use that in your machine if you like. That being said, you know, if you've got something that works, I say don't really replace it because it's already working. In addition, Omega still has support for some of the older Omega models like the Omega 8002 and 8001 machines that are now no longer being manufactured, as they have been discontinued with the Omega 8003, 4, 5, and 6, and I prefer the 8004 and 6. In addition, as you can see, they have lots of Omega Vert parts up here. You know, one of the biggest parts that had some challenges were these guys right here. This is the standard non-HD screen. If you get the Omega Vert 330 HD, which is now the Omega Vert 350W or Omega Vert 350, it comes with the upgraded HD screen, which is 8 times stronger. So I find that this rarely ever breaks unless you're misusing your machine. If you follow my best practices video, you won't have any issues with screen breakage in the Omega Vert based on my testing. Another part that goes bad oftentimes or gets kind of funky, especially if you don't clean it, is the screen. The screen on the Omega Vert, this has a silicone wiping blades. This rotates around to keep the screen clean. I like this feature on the Omega Vert. The Omega 8000 series doesn't have this feature. But these have the silicone wiping blades. And one of the issues that happens is most people do not remove these wiping blades to clean. And if you don't, then they get black residues in there. Then you're gonna have to buy new wiping blades. So I always encourage you guys to take apart the wiping blades, take them out after every use, and scrub this down, and scrub the parts down so they don't get all black and funky on you. And they just go in just as easy as that, just like that, and you're ready to juice next time. In addition, Omega, it has the large hole screen. So for a while they were including this screen with the Omega Vert 330 and 350 models. Now they stopped including it with those models, although it will be included with the all-new Omega Vert 400. Be sure to check my video on that. That thing kicks some butt. But the large hole screen is a non-HD plastic, and you know, so it's not as durable. I only recommend this for juicing things like fruits that you maybe want more pulp in. I find the standard screen works fine, and this is not necessarily, you know, needed. That being said, if you do want it, you can order this separately if your juicer did not come with one. And as you can see, they have just a whole bunch of the screens here for the Omega Vert, all the different ones that you'd ever need. Let's take a look at a couple more Omega parts that are really cool on here. I definitely like the little strainer that comes with the Omega 8003, 8004, 8005, and 8006 that gets some of the pulp out. They do have a new accessory strainer that will fit the original Vert 350 and 330 catch carafe that is now included in the 400 that will be available separately if you want to get one that fits right over your container. That being said, I encourage you guys just to go out to a standard, you know, store and get a little, you know, sink strainer that you could strain your juice through. That's what I use at home. Oh, one of the questions I had lately was about this guy, which is the auger for the Omega Vert juicer. And one of my customers actually sent me a few detailed pictures, and it looked like there was like a little hole or something in the auger. And what it is, if you look very closely, at a certain point, they have these are injected mold plastic. So they have like a little injection port where all the plastic goes through, and it's actually right here. And there's just a little seam there, and it's just, it looks like a little hole, but it's just like a little dot. It's like an imperfection. So, you know, that may be a little bit different on each one depending on how it's made, but that is completely normal and nothing's wrong with it. Some other parts I have in mass quantity are these guys right here, and this is basically the seal for the Omega Vert juicer. It goes down in the middle where the motor shaft comes up, and then your auger sits on top. This has been improved since the first time they came out with the machine, so it's going to seal a little bit better. That being said, you know, mainly you will get leaks on this guy if you don't lube it up, so it's very important to lube it up a little bit with some standard, you know, cooking oils like some coconut oil or olive oil, just a little bit, you know, keep it a little bit moist. That'll help, you know, keep the juice in. The other thing that's very important is to use the juicer properly. If you overfeed things, feed things in too quick, and there's too much buildup inside the machine, then it's going to tend to leak out of here because it's the path of least resistance. That being said, these are available in mass abundance if you do need to order them. In addition, I can also verify they have these little gears. These gears will generally break if your screen breaks. I find that these gears are fairly durable and don't normally break otherwise, but they definitely have a whole bunch in stock. Like, they have all these other parts for all their different models besides the models that I'm talking about today. One of the challenges with some of the standard Omega 8000 series are the drum caps. And the drums, they have lots of drums, and these are the drum caps in case you should need replacement parts. I mean, so many different parts here. Here's that little flap that goes on the Omega Vert juicer. It's like a little flap that needs to be pushed in when you're juicing and take out to, you know, clean the machine. And once again, they just have like packages and packages of these, like more parts than they'd ever need. So, you know, any parts situation, or, you know, if you think Omega doesn't have parts, I mean, I've been to the warehouse. You can see all these different parts that they have in stock to service their customers, because customer service is one of the most important things here at Omega. You guys might be thinking, John, it's all great and dandy that, you know, you said they had like 10,000 parts in, but, you know, those little bins, they didn't hold too much. So, you know, I went over to another part of the warehouse and check it out. What's in warehouses? More boxes. So they have box and box of different parts. I mean, here's the base housing for the 8004. Here's base housing for the 8005. Here's plungers, 200 pieces in one box. Here's pulp bowl and juice bowl for the 8004 and 6. And check it out, here it is. Juicing screens, 8003, 4, 5, and 6. 200 pieces per one of these boxes. And, you know, there's just boxes, juicing screens. I see the, you know, a whole pallet over there. Let's go ahead and open these guys up to verify that they really do have the juicing screens and they're not just telling us fibs. All right, let's check this out. Are inside here, as you can see, brand new juicing screens. More underneath here, more. There's just so many more in all these. So I could definitely say they have the juicing screens in stock available to ship for you whenever you need some. One of the tips is, you know, if you do get a replacement, you know, because yours was bad, you might want to pay for an extra one. Just have an extra one on hand so that you don't have any juicing downtime, because I know how many of you guys get. I mean, if I go without a juice for a day, I just don't feel right. So have a spare one, so whenever you break, if you do break, you have a spare one, and then get that one replaced under the warranty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, learning more about the status of the juicing parts, particularly the screen and some of the other parts here at Omega. They definitely have lots of inventory in stock, as I have shown you guys and actually have seen with my own eyes. I'm here, just like Omega's here, for customer service. I want to ensure that my customers at Discount Juicers definitely get taken care of, you know, at Omega Juicers. You know, once again, we need to go through the chain of command. So the first step is to call Omega, 800-633-3401. Call them and make sure you get somebody. If you get the voicemail, hang up and call them back until you speak with somebody, because once you speak with somebody, you will get taken care of. Another way to contact them is through their email address, sales@omegajuicers.com. If you don't get a response, once again, email them again until they respond. I find that the best way to contact them is through the phone, and wait until you actually talk to somebody, because once they talk to you, you know, they'll definitely take care of you, and they do have the stock to take care of you. Now, if for some reason Omega does not take care of you on a bona fide warranty issue, please email me personally at sales@discountjuicers.com. If you ordered from Discount Juicers, also mention your order number, and I'll be sure to ensure that you are taken care of, because I want to make sure that all the customers of discountjuicers.com are definitely taken care of from Omega or any other manufacturers that we offer. In any case, hope this episode was valuable to you guys. Let you guys know that Omega does have the parts, and that we are here, and Omega is here to take care of you guys, to ensure you have a working juicer, because to me, juicing is all about increasing your health, and by using these machines, you can definitely better your health, because most Americans are eating too much fast food, junk food, and you know, the best foods on earth are the fresh fruits and vegetables and the juices that you can make at home with your own Omega juicer. Once again, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.